against the wind. We were young and strong.
Welcome back to our daily show. Caritas Family Solutions is proud to announce it has once again been named as the 15th largest nonprofit in the St. Louis region by the St. Louis Business Journal. And Gary Huelsmann, the CEO of this great organization, joining us via Zoom. How are we doing this morning, Gary?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
So, right off the bat, and this is something I asked you right before we hit record, I think so many people that, I know in our community, I think I've been pronouncing your organization wrong this entire time, and I'm sorry. Can you explain the meaning of it, though? Because I find that really fascinating.
Our Caritas is a Latin phrase. It stands for love or charity. And I guess there's also maybe a Spanish pronunciation of it, but we go by the Latin pronunciation, which is Caritas. And that's gives a little bit of a nod to, we were incorporated as Catholic Charities of the Belleville Diocese, and then later on changed our names, and now we're an independent, non-denominational nonprofit for about the last 12 years.
And Gary, you've been the CEO of the organization since 2005, correct?
Correct. Yes. And
you've gotten to see, I'm sure, the amazing growth that has been been coming our way from this organization. Take me through those last, I guess about 19 years at this point. How has the growth been, and what have you been able to see as the organization evolved?
Well, it's simply that when we see a need in a community and we are able to help, we say yes. We say yes. We'll take care of that need. And another part of it is that. In Illinois, the child welfare contracts, or at least the foster care ones, are performance-based. So if you do better by the children, they give you more children because they want the best providers to provide care to children who have been abused and neglected. And we've really outperformed everyone. We have strong performance in taking care of children who have been abused and neglected. And so that's a big part of our growth has been that, and then periodically we would take over parts or merge with other organizations, and we would start new programs, a lot of prevention programs. About 5 or 6 years ago, we started an Intact Family program that helps keep families together so their children are not removed from their homes in the child welfare system, and give them support as they tackle whatever issue that they might have. Those type of things, or those are just a few highlights of our growth and our desire to serve those vulnerable people, whether they're children or seniors or people with intellectual or developmental disabilities. In that program, our group homes for folks with intellectual and developmental disabilities started about 10 years ago, which is another way that we've grown.
And, Gary, something I just thought of as I was just hearing you speak there is with societal changes, with, the influx of technology and maybe some of the influxes and some of the things sweeping our nation, like the opioid epidemic and the crises to all of the other things that are affecting families. How important is it for the organization, for Caritas, to stay on top of those trends and really monitor them to see how you guys can help next?
Well, it's very important. I mean, we are sort of the canary in the coal mine sometimes because, there's a problem emerging. There might be because there's a spike in substance abuse, right? And the parents have some sort of addiction, and we can't solve all problems, but we can do our part in it, and we collaborate with others in helping families and individuals get the help that they need. And it's always evolving, and more recently we've started some programs around supportive housing for homeless families. So another way of keeping families together and keeping children from coming into care, if you can provide them housing, because a lot of children come into care because of neglect or extreme poverty, that type of thing.
Absolutely. And then, Gary, getting back to the main point of this conversation is from the St. Louis Business Journal. 4 years ago, you guys ranked 19th on this list. To see yourself, not just maintaining, but rising through the ranks, jumping up 4 spots, that's got to make you all feel very good about the mission and then the overall day-to-day operations that you guys oversee.
It does. It's a little bit of a sign of success, but the most important thing is that behind that growth. And there are lots of people who are getting helped every day. And that's where the focus has to be, is that we're doing some sort of intervention to help people lead healthier lives, sort of that social and emotional well-being that we need to provide folks or help them actualize their own social, emotional well-being.
Well, and going back, Gary, to a little bit of what you hit on with your, partners and making sure, partnering up with other organizations. When you're working with people and supporting them in all stages of their life, this could be a significant age, difference. How important is it to find, new and emerging organizations, or maybe organizations that specialize in a certain age category, and then you guys can partner up and continue to provide maybe even better service? Does that happen a time or two?
I would say more than a time or two. So we have a long list of collaborators, and our services are pretty broad based, but we don't have every specialty there is. So we do have a counseling department. We serve a lot of our foster care clients in our own department, but there's always these specialties, and so we refer to other mental health providers. We don't do substance abuse treatment, so we partner with other substance abuse providers to provide those kind of treatment. We can provide housing for folks, and we partner up with others on that. We partner with United Way of Greater St. Louis. We partner with, of course, DCFS around innovative programs to help, for example, improve our residential treatment for very traumatized youth in care who need specialized treatment. We partner with the Illinois Department on Aging on taking care of seniors. And the list goes on. So it's important that we partner with businesses, with churches, with individuals, or around donations and volunteering. It's important that we also partner with other nonprofits, and we belong to many associations: the Illinois Collaboration on Youth, the Illinois Behavioral Health Association, the Illinois Association of Facilities around DD population. And through those associations, we connect with others, we share resources, we sometimes share clients if we can't handle it, they're moving to another part of the state. The list goes on and on. And in fact, one of our values is collaboration. And so we collaborate with others because together it makes, if we do it together, it makes the workload a little lighter.
Well, and too, on top of it all, Gary, you have to have individuals a part of your organization that live and breathe your mission. And, to keep rising through the ranks, to keep adding more to what you guys already do. It's a testament, I think, of your, the staff all across the board, really having that passion and living it, for your individuals that you do service.
Well, we don't produce widgets or cogs. We produce services. The only way we can do that is through our employees. And they're amazing people. They're caring and compassionate professionals that do simply amazing work and very difficult work. And it is Social Worker Appreciation Month, so March is. And so if you see a social worker, share your appreciation with them.
100%. And Gary, I wanted to ask you about the individuals, because I just saw in my notes here, you guys serve around 6,300 individuals annually. And whenever you're working with those, they're always a different situation. And, I wanted to ask you a little bit more of who you guys encounter, because we say all stages of life, but does it really break down from families to individuals that are struggling to maybe even a young family? Is it really that broad of a scope for you guys?
Well, for example, we have private adoption, we have foster care adoption, we have a maternity home for pregnant youth in care who are pregnant or parenting.
Oh, wow.
We have a residential treatment for youth in care. We have a youth emergency shelter. We're the second largest provider of foster care in the state. So that's children from infants through 21. We have, 8 group homes for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So those age ranges are from 18 to 85. We have an assisted living center for low-income seniors, and those are seniors. And we have behavioral health services for families and individuals of all ages. We have permanent supportive housing, scattered site housing. So yes, we literally serve pre birth to death, and And so it's a very wide range. Now, we don't do every single service there is,
Right.
but we serve we serve all the different ranges. But we're mostly known for child welfare. We have sort of three arms: sort of child welfare with different types of services. We have behavioral health services, and we have what we call community services that provide longer term care.
You know, Gary, as the CEO of the organization, what is it like day in and day out for you? Is there a certain highlight of each, morning, each day, leading the charge? Is it, the success stories you hear? Is it seeing the families and individuals being helped? Is it the support staff you have? For you, what does it for you as being there for 15 years? I mean, there's definitely a reason.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of, I get the privilege of hearing a lot of really great things.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly I have to deal with challenges, but the great things that are occurring are way outweigh the challenges. And one example is that on Thursday mornings, we have what the staff have called Thunder Thursday, where we rotate various leaders through the organization to give brief updates once a month. And so every Thursday we do it, and we have different highlights of programs and departments. And part of that is sharing what kind of impact they've had on individuals and families, and those stories are incredible and heartwarming, and you come away with a sense of pride and accomplishment, and wow, what an amazing group of people we work with.
Well, I'm sure it just gives you that boost to keep going.
Yeah, that's right.
And Gary, as I'm talking with you, what I find really just amazing about all of this is the fact that you guys really just do this each and every day. It's very rare that I see, all the billboards or anything like that says, hey, look at us. This is just something, that you guys have become known for. And is that something you guys take pride in too, is knowing, hey, we've earned this?
Yeah, we have a list of cultural statements. One of those cultural statements we have is that mission over recognition.
Wow.
And so
I like that a lot. That's really cool.
We don't we need to be well known enough that people can support us. We don't want to be the most well kept secret out there, but it's really not about us. It's about the people we serve, and it's about the communities we all live in, right? Mm-hmm. And I actually live in Alton.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And our headquarters are in Belleville. We have offices throughout Southern Illinois, but all of our employees live in the communities they serve, and part of the last part of our mission statement is to strengthen our communities.
And on top of it all, what does the next 5 years look like for Caritas and strengthening communities even further? Are you still going to be at the helm for the next 15 years, Gary?
It won't be 15, but it'll be for a few more years yet anyway. And at some point, there's going to be others much more energetic and brighter than I am to carry it on to the next generation. That's for sure.
And what's the vision look like for the organization going forward? Is it continuing to do what you're doing now? As if things aren't broke, let's not fix it?
Well, we have a cadence that really looks at our quality and providing good care, and but also keeping an eye on the horizon around emerging needs and responding to the needs as they're requested. Yes. And so we always have numerous initiatives in the pipeline, and half of them succeed. Some of them don't for either lack of resources or we just don't have the people power to move it to the next level. I mean, could probably be twice as big if we had enough social workers and resources.
Right.
So our next initiative is a new emergency shelter, not for, our current emergency shelter for children who are in the foster care system, but the state has asked us to provide some emergency shelter for youth that have been locked out of their homes or are runaways for periods of time. And so we're exploring that as a possibility. We haven't agreed to it yet, or found a spot to put it, or those type of things. But that's an example. People come to us, the government comes to us and say, we have this problem. We need some solutions. We have some money that we can work with you to help provide those services. So, every year I've been here, we've grown. and we've grown because we've said yes to the requests for help, and that's another part of our cultural statement is that say yes.
Well, and I love that too, and it just really is a testament to why your organization, why the organization Caritas is in the position it is now, Gary, without a shadow of a doubt. And for folks listening today, maybe there is an individual that wants to learn more about the services you provide at Caritas. What's the best way to get that information? Is it the website?
The website is a great place to start, and you can explore it, look at the different types of services, explore this part around being an employee. You don't have to be a social worker to work for us, by the way. There's other jobs that we have, our other credentials. There's also, if you've been thinking about it, we're always in need of foster parents. If that's something, and you don't have to. You have to have a good heart. You have to meet certain sort of state requirements around space and home and things like that. But, we're looking for people who care about kids.
Right.
And they don't have to be perfect people. And so it's important. Our foster care parents do amazing work as well. Most of our foster parents, by the way, are relatives of the children. So they already have a care for them. But then we have a whole section of them that just take random kids into their homes and care for them as they work through their issues. And about 2/3 of the children get returned home, and that's the goal. But 1/3 of them, are adopted, and so they play a role in that as well.
Well, and to me, that is really, really important. And for more information on that, just go to the website, Gary.
Absolutely. Go to the website. Feel free to call our offices. We have an office right here in Alton. We have offices throughout Southern Illinois. So, yes.
And, Gary, one last time, I know we've been talking about this for about 20 minutes already, and I really appreciate your time this morning. I know that you're a busy guy with a lot to do, and I just appreciate it. But really, what does this recognition mean? Is it is it a boost of energy for the organization knowing, hey, we're growing? Is it a testament to all of the work being put in? For you, what does this really define for Caritas, getting this recognition, knowing you keep climbing?
Well, it's really a collective recognition.
Yeah.
So it's our board of directors, it's our volunteers, it's our donors, it's our funders, it's our workforce who work hard every day to do this. It takes effort to keep growing year after year and responding to the needs. And these aren't easy cases. These are very tough situations that require a lot of work and a lot of effort and interventions. And so there's no one person that can take credit for it. It's a collective effort, and so there is a sense of pride that we're active, we're busy, and if you have philanthropic dollars, or if you're looking for a career in a growing organization that's making a difference in the world, or you want to make a difference in a child's life, this is just one sign that people are recognizing that we're doing something right to make a difference in our communities, and join us in those efforts in whatever way you're able to.
Absolutely. And Gary Huelsmann, the CEO of Caritas, thank you so much for your time today, sir. And folks, for more information, just remember the organization has offices across Southern Illinois in Belleville, Carterville, Mount Vernon, Olmsted, Glen Carbon, Alton, and Effingham, as well as satellite locations in Highland and Sparta. And for more information, CaritasFamilySolutions.org for more information today. And Gary, once again, thank you for your time. And if you ever want to come back on and fill us in on the growth some more, you're always welcome here on the show.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for helping us share the work that we do.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break here on our daily show. We'll continue right after this quick break because, well, I got to pay a bill.